weight management appointment. Feeling good, feeling great, thinking that this week I could potentially hear something. So I had the final weight management meeting on Friday, and today is the following Wednesday. So yesterday, on Tuesday, the coordinator called me and was like, oh, hey, I see that you've completed all your classes, but have you completed this H. pylori test? I was like, excuse me? Yes, I've completed all tests. As you guys remember from my first appointment, directly right after I had my consultation, I went and got my H. pylori blood test done. So she's like, I don't see the results, do you know, did they do this? Did they do that? Listen, all I know is I went downstairs and they took my blood and they took my copay. So that's all I know, So she's like, I don't see, it says it was canceled. I'm like, well, I definitely went down there. So she's like, let me call and see, and I'll follow back up with you. So I'm like, okay, girl. She calls me back and is like, basically, they lost my test. Yeah. So she calls me and basically says that they lost or misplaced my test. And this is something that happens every once in a while, and that I would need to come in and get the test done again. So as you can see, that was super frustrating. I was so mad. So when I get mad, I end up crying. So I had a moment where I was like, oh my God. I get all the way to the end and they misplaced my blood test. So I was just I had so much stuff going on yesterday that I was going to try to squeeze in going to the hospital yesterday, but I just decided, let me just get done what I need to get done today, and then tomorrow morning, go early in the morning and get my blood test done. So that's what I just did. It was quick and easy. Went to the same place, so it wasn't like I really had to navigate through the hospital. So went and got that done, thankfully. So that's all done. They said the test would come back in 3 to 4 days, the test results, because from what the coordinator told me, they have to wait for a bacteria to grow to test it to see if it's positive or not. Now, if I am positive, then I would have to go on antibiotics for 10 days. If I'm not, then they'll go ahead and proceed with sending in my information for approval. So that's that. I'm hoping that I don't have this bacteria and that I won't have to extend, my approval process even more. Even if it is positive, I would hope that they would just go ahead and send in my approval, knowing that, it'll just be 10 days for me to take those antibiotics. So that's where we're at. I just had to come back and let you guys know what happened. So yeah, that's the latest for me. But hopefully, like I said, the test will come out negative and I will be able to go ahead and submit my paperwork and move along in the process. So woosah, I tell you, boy. Again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. I'm back. I am fresh, no makeup face. I'm coming to give you guys an update on where things are with my process due to the coronavirus pandemic. So as you have seen, I have completed all of the steps needed in order to, do my due diligence for the insurance, which included the 6 months of nutritional classes. I completed that earlier this month. And then the pandemic happened. I had to retake the H. pylori blood test again because they lost my results. So that came back negative, thank God. And so I just followed up with my coordinator and just checked in like, hey, all my steps are complete. My assumption was that they would be able to go ahead and submit my paperwork for approval and then schedule it at a later date because of the pandemic. But she called me back today and said basically they're holding off on approvals and sending stuff to insurance until basically this pandemic has slowed down or is eliminated. So that was a surprise to me. She said that it would be 3 to 6 weeks and then they would see what happens, like where we are as a nation after that. So that was kind of disappointing. Like I said, I already wrapped my mind around not having a surgery date, but at least I thought I could get through the approval process because, I'm like, if there's something that happens with the approval process, I'd rather handle it now while, if they come back and say, oh, she's denied for whatever reason, then I can kind of work towards, appealing any decision and then handling all this now in the downtime so that once hospitals open up to elective surgeries, that I can just get on the schedule. So that was kind of a blow, it's kind of like, it's just crazy, like how, this all happened, the time frame of this all happening like right now, really, God. But, I'm going to continue to stay positive. I'm going to continue to, just do my research and prepare for the surgery because I'm sure once all this happens, it'll happen very quickly. So, but what she said was that the doctor's office has to give like a pre-surgical date. So since they can't do that yet, they aren't able to submit my paperwork to the insurance. So, that's how the coronavirus is affecting me. Just wanted to come in really quick and check in with you guys, let you know what the haps are and how the pandemic has been affecting me and my schedule dates, as I know that is also affecting many other people that need to have elective surgeries. So praying for everyone. Please stay safe. Please practice social distancing. Please, isolate yourself if you're sick. And we will all get through this. So I will check back with you guys probably once I get my approval. So hopefully that'll come sooner than later. But, be safe, everyone. Oh my God, you guys. So I'm just coming on here to tell you that I got my surgery date. So I am super excited. I'm super nervous. My stomach was hurting. I had the bubble guts. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm excited, but I'm nervous at the same time, like, because we have all of this COVID-19 stuff going on. So like that plays into my anxiety. I just literally, I got makeup on my shirt. Like I came here, literally just got off the phone and wanted to just kind of document this journey in full. So today I got my surgery date. Now, the backstory is that about 2 weeks ago, I had a consult with a surgeon because I was considering the bypass. I had started doing some research on my own, asking around to different people that I know that have had the surgery. And, a lot of them had said that they thought that they should have gotten the bypass instead of the sleeve because they would have lost more weight. So I kind of started thinking about that and getting nervous and considering it. And but after discussing it with my doctor and the surgeon, I decided to stick with the sleeve for now. So and like as the surgeon said, I can always go back and get a revision from the sleeve to the bypass. So after that, I reached out to one of his coordinators, that the person that actually sends in the approvals, and I called her, and she didn't. I didn't hear back from her. I called that week, and then the following week, which was last week, I called again and talked to her briefly, and was like, I just wanted to follow up to see if I was approved, because I had been checking online. I read with some other people that they had said that they see it in their claims online through their insurance. So I was checking online through my insurance, and I didn't see any claims regarding the surgery or anything like that. So I was thinking that they hadn't even sent in the paperwork for approval. But when I called her, she was like, oh yeah, you're approved. So, we're not scheduling surgeries yet, but we'll call you when we do. And I was just like, I don't know if I believe. I didn't believe her. I didn't have the faith, because she was so nonchalant about it. And I think that's just her personality. I'm learning that she's just very straightforward, no kind of inflection or anything in her voice. So when she was like, yeah, you're approved. She said it so quick that I was like, how you know? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't believe her. So I was like, I need something in writing. So that was last week. So I was like, I'm going to wait another week. And if I don't see anything, then I'm going to go ahead and call again to see if they could send me something in writing. So I was kind of like, all right, let me just wait and see. But then yesterday, I got some mail from my insurance company that I had received before, but we've been kind of quarantining our mail for a couple of days or maybe a week. It might have been a week, because I'm really bad at opening my mail. And so I opened that mail and received the approval from my insurance company. And I guess I was just expecting, I was very surprised, and I'm super happy. I was just expecting to have more difficulty. I'm glad I don't, but just the way that my life is, I was expecting to have a more difficult time with the approval. I was kind of expecting to get denied and to have to fight for it. But I'm glad that I don't. I'm glad it was just, an easy process, and I was able to get through with the approval and everything. So I got that in writing literally yesterday. I opened that up and I was like, oh my God. I told my husband, oh my gosh, she was right. I could have believed her. So I had the approval, and the tentative date that was on the paperwork was for June 9th. June 9th, yes. So literally that was yesterday. And then today I got a call from the same coordinator, and she's like, oh, we're starting to schedule surgeries because if the COVID-19 kind of shut down, they've allowed hospitals to start performing non-essential surgeries again. So, and I had heard that from another person that works with Piedmont, and she said that they're going to start, doing surgeries next week. And I was like, okay, I haven't heard anything, so we'll see. So she called me today, and she's like, oh, do you want to schedule it as soon as possible? And I'm like, hold on, sis. I'm not ready. Yeah, I'm not ready yet. So I had to kind of wait, what are we talking about? Are we ready now? The paperwork said June 9th. Are we doing it before that? I don't understand. So she's like, we can schedule it for as soon as possible, whenever you're ready. And so I was like, let's try for the end of May, because I still want to give this virus some time to kind of die down, let Georgia flatten the curve a little bit, and just feel more comfortable. I don't want to be the first one in the operating room that is right after, the first one coming back to the hospital right after they open up. That ain't gonna be me, sis. So I was like, yeah, let's just do for the end of May. So we scheduled it for May 26th. And that is actually the day before my dad's birthday. So I think that's a good date. And so I am excited. I have my date and we're gonna start this journey. I start my liquid diet on May 12th, so I will come back once I start that. And then I'll be filming footage just every now and then and throughout this process. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoy my journey, which is just the beginning. So I got my approval date and we're gonna see what's next. So you guys wish me luck and I'll be back once things really get started.